What is going on, guys? Money Webby here, back again on Tuesday. Got 15 games here tonight. I got it broken down a few with my money six of my favorite plays on the slate. Before we get going, like always, if you could drop a like in the video, really goes a long way. Let's try to get over 80 likes again on this one. Thank you if we can hit that. Yesterday, pretty solid night. Kenta Maeda held us back a little bit. He struggled against the Giants again in the beginning of the game. Went through a little bit of a rough stretch and worked up his pitch count. Couldn't really fully recover from that. Mike Fiers is pretty good, and we had 3 out of our 4 hitters hit a home run, and also added a few hits on top of that as well. So those Matt Carpenter, Trout, and Justin Upton all were really good. Chris Davis, a little bit disappointing, but solid night, I would say, overall. So let's hop into the plays, though, for tonight. First guy up, I'm going to go with Brandon Woodruff here at 9,300. Good spot against the San Diego lineup that is very free swinging. They can strike out a lot, and that's kind of one of the biggest things in Woodruff's game this year is his strikeout stuff has been really good, a 28.9% K rate on the season. It's a park upgrade for him. Going from Milwaukee to San Diego, he's been better on the road. Outside of San Diego, kind of eliminates a little bit some of the power he can give up. And like I said, against San Diego, free swinging, they're striking out a lot, and Woodruff against right-handed batters has been a lot better as well, and that's kind of the majority of their good hitters is the righties like Machado, Tatis, some of the other guys, Renfroe in there, like their best 3 hitters right there. So, and he has a 240 WOBA against them, a 29% K rate against righties, and I think he can go to work here and get some good strikeouts and hopefully be in line for the win. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first guy. I'm going to go with Jack Flaherty, a similar situation as Woodruff, facing a pretty righty-heavy lineup. Miami usually only runs out 1 or 2 lefties, and Jack Flaherty has been a lot better against righties so far this year, especially with his strikeout ability. A 32% K rate against righties compared to like 20% against lefties, so a big upgrade there. And for whatever reason, he's been much more comfortable at home. If you look at the splits here, his games on the road, 10 on the road, 6.8 fantasy points per game, compared to 7 at home, and he's averaging 21.5. So a pretty big discrepancy there. I think he can have a very good game against Miami. Not a team that can kill you with power. That's been his biggest issue recently, is allowing up the long ball. So if he can eliminate that, get the good amount of strikeouts against the righties, and I think he can have a very good game. They're only implied 3.4 runs. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my second guy. For my first batter, similar to what we did yesterday with Justin Upton, we're going to go with Giancarlo Stanton. It's his first game back, or at least he's supposed to be back here today, and it's a good spot for him going against a lefty right off the bat. So they're opening up with a righty first inning, but Stanton, he is probably going to be batting in that like cleanup spot in the 4th spot, so maybe he doesn't even face him in the first inning, and maybe he'll start the second inning against the lefty Yarbo, and it's going to be a really good spot, I think, for him. We know he's very good against the lefty. He's a 55% hard contact rate against him last year, 329 ISO. It's a big part downgrade for Tampa Bay. Their pitching staff's going to be harder for them to keep some balls in the park, as Yankee Stadium, one of the best parks to hit it home runs in, and Tampa Bay is one of the best parks to like neutralize home runs. So 5,200 here. Not really worried about the rust with him. He just needs one swing of the bat, and he can go deep. And it's not against a good pitcher in Yarbo anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my first hitter. Let me go with Anthony Rizzo. Really good home run upside for him as well. 5,100 going against Ivan Nova, a pitcher that is nothing's great. I mean, he's given up a lot of home runs this year to lefties, 1.7 home runs per 9. Not a good strikeout pitcher. I think Rizzo can get some good hard contact here. Is a 299 ISO versus righties on the year. They're implied 5.2 runs. I could easily see the Cubs hanging a big number on this White Sox team here tonight. Rizzo, you always got to have him part of that stack, so I'm going to have him in my lineups here tonight at 5,100. Lock him in there as my second guy. I'm going to go with Kyle Schwarber, the pair up with him at 4,400. Another lefty, Nova, like I said, allowing a good amount of home runs. 2 lefties, not great strikeout stuff. That's the biggest thing with Kyle Schwarber, is he can strike out a good amount, but some of that potential strikeout ability is out the window against a guy like Ivan Nova, who doesn't generate many swinging misses at all. And nice little mini stack if you just want to go with these two, the 1-3 with Anthony Rizzo, and I think both of these guys have a really good shot of generating really good upside. So I'm going to go ahead and lock them in there as my third guy. And we're spending a lot of money so far, so we got to go with the guy that's way too cheap, and Jason Kipnis at 3,200. Disappointed yesterday, so hopefully his ownership will be down a little bit as people might not want to go back to him, but just way too cheap. Like I said, he's going to be probably in that 4 spot again as he was yesterday. Great hitting conditions going against a much worse pitcher than they did yesterday too. Lance Lynn has been pretty solid, but going against Sampson here tonight, not anything special out of him. He's been getting killed this year. And like I said, in Texas, great hitting park, great hitting conditions here tonight. In the 4 spot, they're implied over 5 runs. So really good upside. He can return value with just one hit, honestly. And like if he gets like a RBI double or something like that, or RBI single even, 5 DraftKings points wouldn't be that bad at that price tag. So I'm going to go ahead and lock him in there as my final guys. So you got Woodruff, Jack Flaherty, Anthony Rizzo, Kipnis, Stanton, and Kyle Schwarber to round it off. So I hope you enjoyed it. Slap a like if you did. 80 plus likes would be appreciated. Like I said, hit that sub button so you don't miss out on any more videos. The remainder of the MLB season, fantasy football right around the corner. Excited about that. I'm probably going to upload my first fantasy football preview video for one of my favorite guys, one of my favorite value guys currently. Oops, didn't mean to hit that. But yeah, so good luck here tonight. Hope you win some money. We'll see you back here again next time.